Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are back in automation, continuing our Let's Play with Merano, the somewhat not Italian sports car company based in Fruinia. And we just let off designing our second engine, which is the first proper engine for our company. And I've already linked the first car in the description below that first video, which you are designing as part of our little design competition that is running in parallel with this playthrough. Alright, let's continue here, which is to save this one. Alright, yes. I for sending bug reports to Caswell, I had to make something new. Let's just get quickly rid of this. Just threw something together based on the same stuff. Because those engineering times were insane. I rechecked my spreadsheet, and indeed there should just be a flat value of 6 for none. That is months. 6 months for none. Then it is 24 for standard safety, and it is 42 for advanced safety. And that was not the case. So we had 123 months for advanced safety. Not quite where we wanted to be. But anyway, that out of the way, it will probably be fixed this afternoon or evening. So we are going to design our standalone engine that hopefully will finish to be ready for the first facelift of the Titus. That is our first car. Anyway, let's build a new one. And what do we call it? Well, I don't know yet. That depends on what it will be. So what do we want to go for? I think it will be a V8. And then you ask, like, Robert? No, you call me Killer Rob. Bob? Assassinate Bob? There was someone in Discord who called me that. Assassinate Bob? What about the V8? Why V8? Why you always go for box engines? True that, but I mean, if you make it tiny, little engine. Do we want to go that tiny? I mean, I can leave it at that size. This is an engine family that's supposed to live for a long time. Well, until we get aluminium at least. And, is this a good size? I think we need to be slightly larger on the bore. Somewhere there instead. And where does that end up if we do the same here? 2.3 liters is massive. That's a massive engine. We can't have that. That will produce way too much power. I think this is better. Like, limited it at a stroke of 68. Perfect. It needs to be dual overhead cam too. Not pulling any punches there. That will be fantastic. Come on, load in the higher res textures, please. There we go. Yes. All right. And now, that is the family. It's all, it's still pretty heavy, of course. But let's design this thing. We're going for a flat plane design, obviously. Yes, we need that extra exhaust efficiency. That's why they do it. If it's that small, then it won't have any issues with being rough, being shaky. And with the quality we're going for, maybe compression 8.5 will be possible. We can go for 2-barrel carb, twin, performance, and then, yeah, 92 will be fine. That's a lot of carbs for a little engine like this. But then how much power? Wow, okay, we can output like crazy amounts of power from this. And we are going for a 13.3. Yeah, sounds about right. 4,000 optimization, yes, please. And this thing can rev. 6,500 is our starting point. Long tubular headers. And then, it might be a little too much power. Dual exhaust though, otherwise you guys will kill me again. Again, I have to be revived. Assassinate Bob doesn't like that. So, here we go. Okay, that's with knock. That's with a fair amount of knock. Can rev this a little higher. There we have it. 127 horsepower at 5,700. But we can also... Oh, yeah. +1 quality. Oh, that hurts. That hurts bad. That hurts really bad. That doesn't make too much of a difference, but that is just ouchies. I mean, that's definitely the quality we want to put in it at some point, but can't really do that right now. On the other hand, we can pull down the reliability and stuff, because we're not going to put this specific engine into a car. Yes, yeah, okay. Do we want to have the extra rev in there? No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Alright, so 2-barrel carb twin, that's 30 months there too, almost. 29. Okay, warranted. It's a pretty complex setup there if you don't know what a carb is. Yeah, revving slightly too high. There we go, that's looking better. And ignition timing around 4,000 would be here. Yeah, we can see the bulge here. That's in a good spot. I don't think we have to move this. And exhaust is way too open. There, we have a bit more grunt. Still open enough. Let's check the flow. 99% exhaust efficiency. That's exactly what we need. And now, almost 130 horsepower. Ooh, that will be difficult to get on the road in a tiny car like that. That's actually too powerful. This is actually too powerful. Maybe. But then again, I mean, we're probably going to run it at sort of like 1.9 liters, something like this. Take out a few horsepower there, because otherwise it just becomes crazy. So how optimized is it? Well, we are using all the RON we have. It's 182 kilograms heavy. Can't quite put more quality into it at this stage, but for the facelift we will. And yeah, let's give it a run. A rip. All right, let's have a proper run through. Yep, yeah, okay, that sounds like a little race engine. Very nice. It's not revving quite as high as I would like, but that will be fixed in future updates of this thing. And we call it the X2200 because it is our experimental engine after all, and thus we can just make it 2200. Yes, perfect. Perfect. 128 horsepower. Way too much. Way too much. But we can deal with this from here. And you can always put down the bore and the stroke. How much do we end up with there? 86, that's more reasonable for a smaller car. So now that is done, let's see in the project management here. Yeah, we don't need a factory. It's all fine. 103.7 months. Yes, ouch. But tooling doesn't have to be here. We don't need tooling. This is still exploitable, by the way. If it's not engineered for that, then you would have to pay the actual difference later on. So that's an exploit we are going to fix next week. And we don't need much process either. We don't need to finish up this engine that fast. Let's put down the pressure. I don't think this is properly implemented either. So, well, the tooling can go up a little. We don't have to have the engine finished anytime soon, really. It doesn't have to be reliable either. There we go, the funding just remains there, perfect. Yep, they have plenty of time. They don't have to optimize tooling or anything. They don't have to save materials. They don't have to make it reliable. They have a decent amount of funding and they have no pressure. Awesome, awesome. Let's hope we get some familiarity with this thing. And we can sign it off. And this one now warns you. Yes, this is treated as a concept and it has no factories. Thus, it will not be able to be produced. Yes, I fully agree with this. And let's just sign it off. And it will be ready at some point. Not at some point. Exactly when our car is ready. And that means that we, at that point, once our car is ready, we can instantly start designing a facelift. That will be good. Because remember, that means that at that point, this car design will already be 5 years old. Yes, it's quite some time. The CLS, the Tito's CLS. And I think the only thing we can do now is wait. Oh, we're losing $700,000 per month. There's ouchies. So many engineering projects going on. Oh, and now the factories are starting to build and upgrade. Ouch, yes. But they're almost done, and another tick, and there we go. And, ha, perfect. There we have our engine project, the other one done as well. So that one is now available. Monocoque chassis become available in 2 months' time. Now we might want to start designing a kind of concept car that is using monocoque chassis for the first time. Do we have any good 1950s bodies for that? I don't know about that. But anyway, do we need any specific tech here for a facelift? Not necessarily. We would have to wait another year and 2 months for drum brakes, 2-shoe drum brakes for the front. And oh wow, okay. I didn't even properly watch this, but we are already making a profit of 1.34 million per month on this one. Very strong start for the Titus. And we have a competitiveness rating of 300. Holy shit. Let's have a quick look at what kind of car bodies are available to us right now. If we decide to design a new model, that will largely decide on... Oh, nothing really sporty looking, is there? It's still only this one. Yeah, that doesn't quite work out. I think we will wait until 1955, which I believe is the next time something coupy comes out. Oh, we should actually look at some marketing as well. That can't hurt. How about a little bit of sportiness? That's just 16k. Do 33k per month. It's fine. Yeah, and 41k in Fruinia for sportiness, because that is something we have. Oh, Dalua has unlocked as well. Oh, that is something we need to change. We need to sell there too. So open the project, go to the distribution screen, add it, and should be it really. Now we just need some dealerships. There we go, 4 million. 12, is it worth 12 million? Oh, I don't know about that. It's a tiny market. I don't think it's worth that much. Not yet, at least. And we can do some advertising. 3,000 bucks. Maybe that warrants a few sales warrant that at least. Yeah, should be fine. How many cars do we have to sell there for that to be made up? It's like 5 to 10 per month or something. We are producing 340 cars per month. How are we even doing that? I think the factories are still showing some weird values there. Because supposedly we were only producing 100 per month, right? But yeah, obviously not. So we have now the problem of deciding when to start our facelift. I want to start it as soon as possible. We can't, of course, change to monocoque in that one. So this is irrelevant. We can't really wait for this to appear. So why not do it now then? So we're opening the project. We could continue using this engine. But yeah, for a cheaper version that wouldn't be too bad. I think we need to upgrade our factory sizes too though. Yeah, we are selling well. We're selling really well. Okay, so this is our trim, that's for sure. And we need to upgrade that one. And now it's the CLS Mark II. And I just hope that our engine actually fits in this car. Otherwise we have to continue to develop it until we are making the next car. So let's see, edit the engine project. Or rather, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. We have to delete that one out. And then create a new variant in an existing engine project. That one. Okay, yeah, width problems. Hello there, width problems. That is expected. That is expected. It is rather wide. So, looks like we can't really use this for this car yet, but it will be able to be used in our next project car, which comes up in just a few years, in one and a half years of game time, because then we are using monocoque as well. So let's just delete the facelift once again. Boop. There we go. It's irrelevant now. Yep. Need to add the facelift, do this again, and put 2 there. Perfect. And we are going to make a new variant in this one instead. It is a tiny, tiny car. And we're really cramming the thing in there, so... Yeah, well, not this one. There's plenty of room to the sides. But the V8 wouldn't fit. That definitely wouldn't fit. Need to put that into a nice front wheel drive. Oh, in a nice longitudinal front mounted setting. That will be super nice. Anyway, we can now do. Should we change it? Change it up in any way, really? I mean, could add some quality to it. The internals are revving to 7,200 if we wanted to, so it's only really the head that is holding it back. Give it a little bit more quality in the fuel system as well. Have it rev higher. Oh, there we go, 6,500. That is a mighty improvement. Could have all the way to 58 horsepower, but that is unnecessary. I'm just going to keep it at this exhaust diameter. And it's topping out at 5.8. Let's give this a quick whirl. Yes, our little cheapo engine is performing well. It will continue its production in Engine Factory 1. Oh, it didn't take the name. Didn't save my name. It's Fruinia E1. Ah, okay, then I don't change it. Another thing to note for the bug reports. But I do want to up the factory size, because we have such a good product here. Can we afford to actually go for level 3? That would be massive. Oh, that would be so good if that worked. It's tricky though. We might be overproducing. Not a fan of potential overproduction. And the build costs will be real high. It's just a tooling cost of 12.3 million there. I think I'm going with level 2 instead. Up the automation level slightly to 70. Looking good. Sign that one off. This is just for the engine. And now, oh, this is beautiful. Okay. Yeah, it was already reliable. We could push this engine a bit more to perform even better now that let's do that. I mean, we are known for engine quality. So, why not push this a bit further? Yes, we can. Slightly exploity still, because the engineering times are not based on what you've previously paid, like the difference between the previous engine that we actually made and the current engine as if it was built from scratch at the current familiarity levels. That is the difference between them. That you would pay as engineering time. So that doesn't quite work yet. But this thing can now rev even higher. 7,000. Yeah, nice. That is solid. That is really solid. Let's put another quality point in there as well. 58 horsepower, but it's just... The shifting in this thing will be so easy. It's basically an electric vehicle from here to here. 7 months. Yep, easy. So, more reliability, please. Tooling can be upped slightly, like this. I don't want to exploit it too hard, so let's just put it up slightly. Funding is fine, costs us nothing. Pressure, Pressure is, doesn't exist. You guys have some fun, yo. And then we sign it off. Oh, we're just scoring 328 in sport. That's miserable. Alright, I changed the gearing slightly. Was still at my default setting before. Had not optimized it. What a failure! But it worked fine. 13 seconds from 0 to 100. It's reasonably quick. Could make this quicker if we wanted to. Third gear to 100? Then we get too much wheel spin, don't we? Yeah, that seems about right. 41 there, 185 as a setting. That puts us right there at the peak power for the estimated top speed. Or the actual top speed in this case. The wheel setup working perfectly fine, so I'm not going to tinker with that. The brakes, I never optimized the brakes, but look at how close we got. I missed so many things last episode. Huh. Anyway, it's good to have a good gut feeling, because then you're at least in the ballpark. So here we go, we're making it even better. And all this remains to get it slightly cheaper now. This is slightly more expensive, I believe. Yes, but this is cheaper. And of course, these things are still costing us insane amounts of engineering time, so we're not going to touch them. It's ridiculous. That needs to be fixed. And we're all set. That is the update to the Titos CLS, the CLS2. Nothing that you need to design now, because we already have the design for the CLS. But now let's make a convertible version of this too, so that we get into some more markets. I mean, we are in those markets anyway, even though it's not convertible, just because of how overpoweringly good it is. And let's just call it the Open Lite Sport. Yeah, because C, convertible, and coupe is rather confusing. So OLS it is, and it's also in the second generation. This one will be significantly more heavy. That's a bad thing, of course. There we go. And oh no, it won't be, because it's no, it will be, because it's leather and space frame should get a bonus. Do they? Weight did not change that much, but now we're scoring even higher in these segments, which is exactly what we wanted. So now we seem to be good. Just has changed a bit in weight distribution, as you can see. Easily fixed by amping that up by 5 mil. And from here we can do some suspension tuning and get it straight. Let's just drop this by a few steps. There we have it. And probably make the tuning less aggressive. Yeah, that's about right. They do like some more comfort after all. But we do have decent amount of comfort. That's not penalizing us whatsoever. Low safety penalty is getting to us, but I mean, can't change much of that right now. And we will still be able to sell it throughout the 50s if we want to. But for the 60s, yeah, we need to... Oh, wait a second. It's 8 and 10, right? I believe it was. In 1950? Yeah, I believe it was. So we should still be good with no safety. So now I can up the brakes a bit more. Do we want that? Yes. That makes it more expensive, but also just better. Although the wheels are getting heavier, maybe we are overdoing it. Just upping the pad type by another 5. That's reasonable. And this one, oh no. 15.3 seconds. I mean, that's really quick for back in the day. Don't get me wrong, but it's not quite as impressive as 12 seconds. We still can do some optimization here. I haven't changed that. This should help get us more sportiness. Oh yes, that is our category. 246 as score. Can't complain about that. And somehow the car is even so good that we are scoring pretty well in City Premium. I mean, it is small, which is the most important thing here for them, as well as very drivable for being that early on, and well, for being a sports car especially. It's very drivable. We shall see how that turns out to be the case in BeamNG Drive. I hope I haven't set it up too... that looks very aggressive, by the way. That will not be easy to drive in BeamNG. Ooh, alright, we shall deal with that somehow. Okay, now I just need to put it through its paces, and then we're good. We upgrade the factory as well, And nothing else is needed. It's looking good. Yep. Ooh, all the upgrades are costing us a lot of time. That's 34 months. But the factory upgrade also takes some time and stuff, so yeah. Do have some familiarity, of course. That only saves us a little bit of time. Could up the reliability slightly now. And the funding. How much opportunity cost can we get back? I'm not going to make 1 million. Oh no, 1 million of profit in a month is about where we are. I think we will be about 2 million profit a month. So I need to up the funding until we get... Oh yeah, we're basically there. Yes, 36 months. It's a lot of extra cash. That is basically not feasible. So let's put it down again. So my calculation here, for you who are not quite aware of what I'm doing here, is that I have a gut feeling for how much profit this is going to make. Our current model is making 1.4 million a month in profits. So I basically take that times 1.5. Let's say it's 2. So it's 2 million a month. So how much extra do I want to pay then for the whole project if we can reduce the time it takes to make it by 1 month? Well, the answer is 2 million. Then we have break even, right? And that would be feasible. But I'm paying 4 million extra in order to reduce it by 1 month. So that makes it not feasible. The engine is already set up. And now, holy shit, that is looking nice. How many years of break-even time? Doesn't really matter at this point. This is just contributing 640 bucks to it. It's alright. Everything looking good. Yep. Let's sign off on this. And there we go. Oh, is this all we... Wait a second. This one is not supposed to be... Right, I have to change that one, but it's not something we are going to sign off anyway, so that's all fine. This one is going to be delayed, and there we have 37 months worth of engineering. Good thing we started the facelift that early. Here we go. Oh, I need to edit this engine project. This failed one. No, stop it. We don't need any of this. This facelift needs to go. Alright, that was a little weird, but I was able to reduce this. Deleting the clone removed the whole project basically, but then it left over the originally created trim there, and now, or variant rather, and I was able to open that one and delete that, and now it's all back to how it's supposed to be. It's all there. Yeah, that was just a weird UI thing. Anyway, everything is working. It's all good. So good. Now, what is next? What is next? There will be no car this episode, I just noticed. But it should be fine. Don't weigh you down that much. And next episode, there will certainly be a car, because we need to put this engine into something awesome. Merano is very well on its way. And so far, I hope you enjoyed. And see you guys next time.